This is Dolynny TV, guys. Well, I'll let you get in here first. We'll relax. Of course, if you're watching this on the replay, that's what I always speak to first. Skip ahead a few minutes till you see me moving around the screen a little bit, and we will get going. Super Gamer and Rampage are here, so we are able to get underway right now. Of course, I don't really have an off-season plan. I'm going to kind of fly this one by the seat of my pants, because that's how I got the time. Because, you know what? You got to make time where time is due, right? So let's take a look at what the roster is looking like, and then we'll get right into what we're going to talk about the rest of the way home. Stroman, Roden, Wood, Porcello, Sean Reed, Foley. That's our rotation this year. Foley up to a 79 overall, but you see Ryan Borucki, who is, by all accounts, and live on national television right now in the major leagues for the Toronto Blue Jays. He does have 1 win and 1 save in 28 innings pitched for our Blue Jays last season. Didn't play in the majors this year, up to a 77 overall, so we're hoping he can make the jump next year. Maybe get rid of Rick Porcello, who had a very down year after a very super year for us in 2019. And then, I mean, you got Roberto Castillo and TJ Zuck. So I'm almost tempted. Honestly, what I'm tempted to do is try and deal somebody like Joe Biagini, who, I mean, he's serviceable by all accounts. 125 innings, solid whip this past season. He's been good. But what do I do with Joe Biagini? I'm not really sure at this point. We'll have to figure that out if a deal comes up. And, I mean, you've also got TJ Zuck, a bunch of young guys. I mean, Roberto Castillo can stay down there. Ryan Borucki, though, he's going to have to come up. So I think we're going to have to deal away Rick Porcello. That's going to be unfortunate, but that's all right. We'll be fine there. And everybody else kind of able to come up when they are available. That's what we'll do. We're kind of going to mess around next season with the starting 5th spot in the rotation. It'll be between these, 5 guys, 6 guys you see right here. They'll all get time. Danny Barnes is going to stay in the major leagues with us, even though he did have a 4.36 ERA. More than a strikeout per inning, that kind of thing. Package a few pitchers for a really good pitcher like 85 plus. Jeffrey, that is a really good idea, actually. And I believe what we'll do is probably package out Alex Wood, who, again, just miserable season. He's only an 81, so we got to package out a couple guys. Maybe if we can package out Alex Wood, Rick Porcello, get another 85 overall in the rotation, and then bring up one of these guys, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world at this point, right? So bullpen, I think, is pretty solid at this point. Sam Sims, especially coming up and getting the job done for us. Ryan Tepera, Aaron Loop will be probably traded away in that trade as well this season. 2 of 5 contracts. So, I mean, you give up Alex Wood, Rick Porcello, and Aaron Loop and see what you can get back in return. That would not be a bad combination right there. And I'm just going to tilt my TV a little bit here towards me so I'm not staring off screen as much as you guys might think. Roberto Osuna sticking it through, and Jordan Hicks kind of that guy in the middle where we're not really sure what we're doing with him. Reese McGuire going to stick with the Major League club, obviously. Luke Maile as well. Like Luke Maile, career year here, 6 homers, 38 RBIs, 252, double the games he's ever played in a career. What a great time to play the show, but no PS4 and no money, but do have Out of the Park Baseball. Hey, Out of the Park Baseball, I've heard nothing but good reviews for it, so that's huge. Justin Smoke, he's up on out of here, and we will most likely be sending either Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to first base or Rowdy Tellez to first base. We'll figure it out from there, but Rowdy Tellez definitely in dire needs of being in the major leagues next year. And, I mean, yeah, sure, $1.76 average. We can't afford to have him here, not here, you know what I mean? And Jordan, welcome in, my man. We are getting well underway here. Devin Travis, Tommy Wells, those 2 stick. Jeff Link still getting the job done in Double-A. Growing up a little bit. He was, by everything this season, up and up. Really looking sharp for us. And then you got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up to an 83 from a 79. Need to get him some big-time playing time. And we will next season as well. You count away Justin Smoke. He's in the 4-hole, right? Bo Bichette doing up to an 80 from a 79. He's rocking it now. Logan Wormuth up there as well. And then you got Garrett Aker, our beautiful franchise player as of next year. Dwight Smith Jr. on the bench. Lots of guys in the system on left field. Center field kind of thin. We will, however, have to release Roman Fields. Really not seeing much use out of him. And the question is, like, 64 overall, 28 years old. He's a speed specialist. Really not impressed. And we've got guys in the system to definitely replace him. So Chris Bryant easily takes care of third base. Really, it's just the starting pitching we need to figure out. The bullpen's going to be fine, and we will get on with it. So let's sim the postseason and find ourselves a postseason champion. The Dodgers have claimed the World Series over top of the Indians this year. Okay, there you go. There is your World Series champion in 2020. Let's advance the offseason and get this team going. Your contract has ended. You will need to sign a new one for the upcoming season. The following teams have made a contract offer. It's pretty easy to stick with the Toronto Blue Jays. That's not really a question. I mean, really? So let's stick it on with the Blue Jays and stay for a little while. That was scary. We could have lost them there, but we didn't. Jake Patrica, well, deep potential, 64 overall. Never cracked the Blue Jays roster in his time on our team, but that's all right. He's gone, and that just frees up a lot of space for us. Let's see, any age or ability guys. Injury for Jonathan Singleton. Age for Andre Ethier. And what's good, Stove Nasty, my man, welcome in. You see Andre Ethier played, well, 12 games in 2020. Home run, 2 RBIs, 250 batting average. Overall, 177 home runs and 147 RBIs. That was an avid Blue Jays. Have you heard anything about any players in Single A Lansing? That goes below my grade of what I know. Sorry, Jeffrey, I wish I did know something there. And Eric, what's up? Well, you know what? Found some time to do a live stream, so let's get it going, right? And Tim Tebow, the 57 overall beauty in left field, never once cracked the major leagues, retires at age 33 for the New York Mets. Honestly, his stats are respectable for a football player, but he just never cracked it. That's unfortunate. And anyone else we see here, a lot of poor free agent market guys. Shin-Soo Choo retires. Really had no impact in the past couple of years. And then Nelson Cruz, probably a Hall of Famer, I'd say. Maybe, I don't know, we'll find out. 44 homers, 124 RBIs, but then just never got a chance with another team. So let's advance out. No players inducted into the Hall. Go figure. That is an odd one. So we'll have to let Ryan Presley go. Bulldogs fan, welcome in. I'm just going to check Snapchat here really quick. Oh, ready to socialize. Oh, my poor sister. And I think Gibbons needs to go. The Jays need a change. I agree. But I'm not sure what the Jays need to change. That's the problem. So free agents, we need to make an offer to Devin Travis, who wants to get paid $10 million per season. I don't see that as realistic at all for Devin Travis. He's an 84. He puts up star numbers. He's growing. He's 30 years old. $10 million for Devin Travis. I don't see it. I really don't see it, boys. You're going to have to let me know, but $10.5 million for Devin Travis, like $11 mil for Devin Travis, that is ridiculous. We'll catch you later, Bulldogs fan. Thank you for tuning in. But, I mean, it's Devin Travis. We have enough of these guys already. I really don't see it for Devin Travis, and I knew this was happening. So that's why we picked up the man's himself, Tommy Wells, so we will let him walk away. Same thing with Ryan Presley, and that is up on out of here. We will sim on to the next step of free agency, and today is the last offer to tender qualifying offers to free agents. That's all we have to do, right? Yes, it is. So let's get on in there, and now we should be good to select the 40-man roster and see who we have. Anyone in Single A, don't need to worry about Chester Fleming or Anderson Bear. Rico Encarnacion, oh yes, we have to worry about him for sure. Add him to the 40-man roster. We have, 36, 38 on the 40-man. Chad Hattrick, oh bang, there you go. Rafael Gomez is on there, and Ramon Santos, we will add him just in case. Barry Borders, not concerned about, I don't believe. As where is Barry Borders? I don't even see him in here. Okay. Kevin Connor, not concerned about. Jeff Link. Jim Copeland, not really concerned about all those guys at this point. There's Barry Borders. They're young, they're talented, but no one's going to select them in a Rule 5 draft. That's what I'm saying. Ryan Baraki, everybody else, big time on there. Ariel Uredo, we need to add him. That is for sure. And we have a full 40-man roster, so that's a tough one. We will designate Aaron Loop for assignment and hopefully trade him at some point this season. Add to 40-man roster Ariel Uredo, and now we should be good. Nate Pearson on there, obviously. And DJ Davis, he can go in a Rule 5 draft. I am comfortable with that. And anyone else we need in there, everybody seems to be added, so we should be good to go from here on out. Offer salary arbitration with Carlos Rodon. He is a beautiful pitcher, 85 overall. I have no problem paying him $8.6 million a year. Unfortunately, we can't have him as an ace, but we will say he can be the ace either which way, because if he grows enough, he could be, right? So we'll give him 8.7 mil per year, and Shea Simmons as well. We're going to offer him arbitration because he did not really come in and impress. We'll give him $2 million and hope they settle with us, and we'll offer arbitration to Carlos Rodon for, I don't know, $4 million, and hope he takes it as well. Do you trade players that are unhappy about not playing close to home? Timothy, depends. Honestly, if I see, it really depends, because I evaluate it all off screen most of the time, but if I get the chance to evaluate it and I say, well, they're unhappy about not being close to home, but they're also unhappy about our record. The chance of turning around the record and then them being happy the record's good means they most likely will be happy to stay as well. So I've had a couple instances like that. I mean, Devin Travis is one of those instances, and that's why we're letting him go at this point. It just isn't worth it. Bo Bichette now wanting a contract, $5.2 million for 2 years. We'll sign him to that. Ken Labine wants 3.6. We're actually going to bring him down to 1.5. I know that's going to burn us, but it's going to be okay. Ariel Uredo, we're bringing him up. Andrew Case, Thomas Pannone, and Drew Mirren. And these are the easy contracts to sign, boys. Stick with me. Say hi in the chat if you're just joining us in, because, well, got to tell you, it's going to take a little bit of time to get all these prospects and all these farm depth guys signed. So wouldn't mind chatting with you guys as we get along. Logan Wormuth. We'll sign DJ Davis, at least doom somebody else if they pick him in the Rule 5 draft, right? That's what we have to do. Alfonso Ojeda, who we picked up in the draft last season, I believe, and he's looking to be an absolute beaut. He could be the replacement to Luke Maley, that is for sure. Patrick Cantwell, Ramon Santos, 90K, Manny Delgado. He wants a lot, but that's okay. He will grow and make us proud, or we can trade him. Richard Urena, we'll let him get a contract there. And let's see, Joel Castro, Anthony Alford. Alford, tough go. Tough go for Alford. Fox87, welcome in, my man. And we're actually going to really lowball Anthony Alford. I can't afford more than $600K for him. He's literally just depth end. I mean, Juan Kelly, we're going to withdraw that offer as well. Juan Kelly not special at all either. So a couple of guys we just have to walk away from. They want too much money at this point in their careers, and that's okay. You know what? Honestly, it's all right if they want too much money. They can find it elsewhere, and I hope they do. Jeff Link, happy to be in. Jim Copeland, Eli Mateo, and Roman Fields, we are walking away from him. I already said that earlier if you're just joining us. Guadalupe Gerardo, and we are just about done signing guys, I believe, and we will be good to go. Just signing the single A guys here, the heavy duty lifting before we get screwed in the off season, right? Do not want to get our roster depth screwed at all, because if I do that, then I'm really hooped. Barry Borders, 90K for him as well. Danny Young, got to sign him. Kyle Graves, and a couple of these guys, names you would remember from the start of the franchise mode. Anderson Bear, James Fryman. Love the Blue Jays. I will be streaming the Blue Jays and Astros tomorrow at around 2, so check that out. Well, I will attempt to, but I have no guarantees because I won't be around. I will be packing, hopefully. Tender contracts, we did that. And free agency, so. Oh boy. look at those free agents. Mike Trout, Clayton Kershaw, the best two players in the game. How much would it cost to sign Mike Trout to a contract? $31 million. And that is bare bonesing it. Like, he is not happy about that at all. You add a player option, yeah, whatever. That is tough. Mike Trout, though, the legendary player, 50 home runs, 131 RBIs, 341 average. Wow. Wow. That is unreal for Mike Trout hitting the free agent market. Fox, I'm going to leave you hanging on that one 100% right there. Let's see what we have for starting pitcher depth. You could sign Clayton Kershaw for a bridge deal. You could sign him for a couple of years, 2 years at most. See what he does. Corey Kluber, 34 years old. Jose Quintana, Chris Archer. A couple of great guys you could sign in free agency. That is for sure. You got Kevin Gausman, who's actually an 86. That looks to be a beauty, but he's really not a star-stud performer, right? James Paxton, we could sign the Canadian, bring him to Canada. And you see right there, a 3.43 ERA, but in the rotation, a lefty. Guys, what do you think? We need to sign James Paxton here? Let me know. Or Jose Quintana, 365 average. It seemed to be a high average year for everybody. Chris Archer, 288, had a dominating year, 18-7. I think we have a couple options in the free agent market, and that's huge. Sarah and Loop off the 40-man roster, but now we can actually, can we make trades? Yes, we can. Trade talks. All right, James Paxton is from Canada. You betcha, Rampage, he is. So we're going to go get our trade done here. I'm going to try and find a trade. Alex Wood, Rick Porcello, and who did I say? Aaron Loop as well, right? Aaron Loop right there. So that's $13.2 million in cap space freed up. MLB ready. We want to see if we can find a starting pitcher. Don't want to trade them to the Red Sox, but Drew Pomeranz right there. Aroldis Chapman, Anthony Rendon at 30 years old, Trevor Bauer, like just not a good enough enticement to take a pitcher of that age, right? Martin Perez, 81 overall, that doesn't really help anyone, does it? So, a couple of tough questions here. Julio Teheran, that wouldn't be a bad pickup, but for $7.1 million, right? Craig Kimbrell, Pedro Strop, Hugh Darvish at 34 years old. It is just a hard sell for me. Marcell Ozuna, Robbie Ray. Yeah, I think we are best off trading these guys for somebody and going to get maybe another bullpen monster actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's go get ourselves a bullpen monster and see what we can get. Suggest trades. MLB ready. We'll trade those guys. Sign up. The man, the myth, the legend himself in James Paxton and go all in. So where did I see Craig Kimbrell, or who else do we have? Edwin Diaz, 86 overall. Blake Terrian, Zach Britton, Aroldis Chapman, and I believe the Red Sox were offering no one? Okay, well then we are going for the 32-year-old Craig Kimbrell. We're going to bullpen arm this. You know what? I'm just going to offload some older guys, bring in an older guy to the bullpen, and get things figured out for Aaron Loop. Offer the trade. Sounds like a good deal. That frees up our rotation. Now we got Marcus Stroman, Carlos Rodon, and Sean Reed-Foley. That gives a shot for one of the young guns, as well as bringing in James Paxton. So let's go to free agency and get a man in James Paxton right there, 32 years old, 86 overall. We can afford to spend a little bit on him. 14.7 for James Paxton, the ace. We will sign him up, and we will go one day, see if we can get him to sign onto a contract for us. Good move. And Barry Borders is no longer interested in the Blue Jays contract. What? Really? Brad Hand. All right. What do we got? Tender contracts. Ken Labine, there's a couple guys still unsigned. Barry Borders, not happy about the contract. All right, we'll go 120. Ramon Fields, we're not doing him. And do we have any offers? Juan Kelly. Okay, everybody else still got their offer. $3 million for Anthony Alford over those years. Yeah, he's not impressed. That's okay. We're not going to be talking to him too much longer either. And so we got a couple guys left to go. 31 million left in space. and we should be good. Of course, you see arbitration offers, not bad for those too. So let's go calendar year, and Mike Trout signs with, oh no, you have got to be kidding me, boys. Mike Trout, $25 million contract to go to the Boston Red Sox. Gross. Wade Davis to the Giants. And have we signed James Paxton yet? We're the leading contender. He's just got to say yes to us. All he's got to say is yes. And we've got tender contracts. We've got $16.9 million left in contracts outstanding. And that is to Manny Delgado, who's got $84K coming his way. And then John Birdie and a couple other guys to sign. Not really concerned about the shortstops at this point. Anthony Alford, John Birdie, Andrew Case. It's just Manny Delgado I would like to re-sign. Not Boston. That one friggin' hurts, boys. That is a tough go. Really tough one. So we got to go and sim through date, and just give me that James Paxton contract. Come on. Free agency. Where's James Paxton? Right there. Contract offered. Why isn't he taking it? Why isn't he coming to us? I mean, Josh Donaldson, you could go pick up Josh Donaldson, right? But why would I do that? Jake Arrieta, Jose Quintana, why would I do that? Why would I want either one of those guys? James Paxton. It's tough. Could really use them. Joe Panic, decent card, decent guy. But don't need him either. Cesar Hernandez, right? We have our team we are sticking with. Another down year in Blue Jays land. And there we go. The Canadian is a member of the Toronto Blue Jays for 2021. James Paxton, welcome aboard. $13.27 million per year. And Nate, welcome in. Hey, peoples, how's it going? I hope you're having a good night. And there we go. So we've got ourselves James Paxton. Now the rotation looks as such. Craig Kimbrell, get out of here. James Paxton, get in there. James Paxton down to an 81 from an 86. We'll get him in there. And we'll move him up into that role right there. And James Paxton signed. We have two lefties now. Sean Reed-Foley will have one more. And now it becomes a bullpen race between one of these guys, Ryan Tepera, Joe Biagini, whoever gets moved out, and Craig Kimbrell up from an 89 to a 91. But we will actually move Craig Kimbrell across to a different type of player. I'm from the 905. How about you? Well, Nate, I am from the 780, which is actually Alberta, northern Alberta. We'll move Craig Kimbrell to relief pitcher. That gives him a 91. He's up from an 81. He expects to be a closer. That will change by year's end, thankfully. And you see here we've got a couple of holes to fill. First base, and we got to trade Justin Smoke yet. So we can't forget to trade Justin Smoke just yet. And of course we got to fill in Tommy Wells up top at the top of the lineup. He won't be a top of the lineup guy. That will once again belong to Garrett Aker next season, who, well, this is what he did, 295 average. So he's pretty good, 905, I believe, is an area code. We'll get going. Jose Quintana signs. And do we have James Paxton on the 40-man roster? Yes, he is. So, okay. We've got our full 40-man roster, James Paxton, ready to roll. And we'll get into it here. 40-man roster must be set today. Tender contracts, who do we have left? Just these guys. That is huge. I've got a contract offer out. We will withdraw from Anthony Alford. Oh, Alberta must be cool living up there. I love your team so far. But what year is it on? It is year number 3. We're going into year 4. This is the year 3 off season. So keep that in mind as we plug into year 4. We've made some changes. Vladdy Guerrero Jr., an absolute beast at 22 years of age at this point. Okay, this is where it gets really fun. Today is the last day to offer salary arbitration. No, let's keep this going as we get into Josh Donaldson signing with the Tampa Bay Rays for 1 year at $26 million. Holy crap. All players must be tendered contracts. And now we get a chance to look at free agency. Gio Gonzalez comes in as Dribble Cabrera, a bunch of old guys in there at free agency. Jonathan Villar, it's a bidding war. Bidding war for Jonathan Villar. Mike Leake, nobody else. Drew Hutchison has an offer. Evan Gaddis has an offer from the Twins, right? There's a couple guys getting offers here. And I'm just going to go down all the way here and see if we can pick up any young prospects in terms of young guys, potentials, Bs, As, whatever. Matt Whistler, not really interested in him. He's old. Anyone, you guys see anyone? Stop me. Stop me if you see anyone. Tyler Motter, no. B potential, Williams Cueva. 31, Gifton Gope, B potential. Luke Farrell. Just a bunch of old guys in free agency, that is for sure. Alex Meja. Nobody I'm liking. I ain't liking any of these guys. Alright, never mind. We're good. Cool, 716, that's like Buffalo and such, right? Oh, there you go, Fire Dad. You know what's up. Alright, let's get... Oh, you're a hater. Oh my god. I got haters in my string, boys. Oh boy. Let's see. Free agency. We are signed. Everybody we need. Shea Simmons. So, Carlos Rodon accepted his contract. Decent. Let's go, Rodon. Beauty move. Signing it, when did I sign him to that contract? I guess we low down him. There we go. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Let's go get through to the moment we are all waiting for, the Rule 5 draft. See if we can pick anyone up. Man. Clayton Kershaw just got paid more than Mike Trout. You see this guy? Wow. Okay. Rule 5 draft. Go to the draft and let's find out where we're drafting. 13th overall. Let's see. Let's go in here. Pick player. Dominic Smith. Anyone real special? There really isn't. Tyler Austin. Domingo Herman. And there really just is no one that special. 27-year-old, 75 overall Brandon Finnegan. Hasn't played in the majors since 2017. You know what? He's in the minors. He's a starting pitcher. We don't need depth, though. We do not need depth. That is for sure. Anyone else that we can pick up? Miguel Almonte again. All right, question. Shoot, Nate. Shoot. I'm always open to questions. See potential Nick Tropiano. But no one I'm really interested in. So we are going to hard pass Kyle Farmer and Felix Pena, the only guys left. Skip selection. And I won't be able to draft anymore. Did I trade Donaldson for Bryant? Ooh, Nate, you're going to have to go back and watch that episode because yes, I did. And I believe Kevin Pillar was involved in the deal as well. So we have one last move to make before the end of the season. Justin Smoke must be traded. And we will be good. Fox, I'm going to hide that comment. You know, I don't really tolerate that stuff. I wish I had mods in here tonight, but you know, I'd ask differently for it. So Justin Smoke. Let's see what we can do for him. Trade talks. And we'll get Justin Smoke up on out of here. He is B potentially, has a lot of power. We'll see if we can get a starting pitcher for him. And hope we can find somebody good. Couple of deals there. Didi Gregorius, no one special. Like really no one just jumping out at me here. Chad Bettis. Mike Minor. Like, guys, come on. There's got to be someone good out there for us in terms of a starting pitcher. But there really isn't. There just really isn't. John Lester at 37 years old. That's kind of rough. Austin Bryan, Daniel Wright. It just ain't working for these guys. All right. Okay. Let me go find a starting pitcher that we can bring in. Tyler Beede, too much. Too much for Ty Black. Too much for Parker Bridwell. He's 79 though. Parker Bridwell. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What can we trade away? Emilio Guerrero, not enough. Michael Stafford, not enough. I don't know. Hey, I'm new to your channel and I like it a lot. Tim, I appreciate the comment, my man. I hope you consider subscribing. Fire Dad, subscribe. Thank you, my dude. And, well, yeah, Tim, definitely. I hope you subscribe if you like what you're seeing. These are kind of drawn out. I got to do a lot of mental math when doing these live streams. But the episodes are a lot more enthralling. I promise you that. Promise you that for sure. I don't want to trade away Jeff Link. Can't even get it done because of budgetary constraints. So for right now, oh, thank you, Tim. I appreciate that, my man. So right now, it kind of stays out in open land that we can't trade Justin Smoke for anything. So prospects it is. Make sure you've got a player. So we're going to take off Parker Bridwell and we're going to go prospects. See if we can find anyone big in the prospect market. That is a big old negative, it looks like. Gary Kraft, 63 overall. Like, lots of left fielders, but I don't need left fielders, if you know what I mean, right? A potential closing pitcher, Hank Miller. We could get a new system guy, that's for sure. Are you a Blue Jays fan or just doing their franchise for fun? Tim, 100% hardcore Blue Jays fan. If I opened my door, you guys would be able to hear the Blue Jays game on in the living room. Fortunately, due to copyright restrictions, can't have that in the audio background. We're not seeing much here. That A potential guy looks really good. Drew Hatton, A potential 54 overall and a 66 third baseman. Texas, that is a heck of a trade. I believe we may have just picked up some guys there in that Texas trade. That is for sure. Yeah, Hank Miller. So I'm going to Texas, and I'm taking this Drew Hatton deal. And let's get it done. You're going to hate me, but I'm a huge Yankees fan. You know what? It's all good. You're allowed to like who you like. I'm just also allowed to disagree with your opinion there. That's all. That's all you have to do. Let's go Blue Jays. Let's get it. Exactly. Let's get the Blue Jays going. So that is it. The Justin Smoke trade done. Now we have a couple of guys. Alex Kirilloff. Where did we pick him up? In the trade? I guess we did. Okay. I guess we did. All right. So he is a right fielder. Had 3 at-bats this season for Texas in 1 game. That's all right. That's all right. He's good. We'll pick him up and send him down to AAA. And we get a couple of good prospects in that trade. Because you see at... where was it? Third base, we got a prospect. Yeah, Joel Chavez. And then you get the Drew Hatton prospect. This is what Drew Hatton's all about. Good speed. Yankees are winning 6-0 in the 9th versus the Phillies. Ooh, damn. There you go. Phillies, good team. I like what they did against Blue Jays. Showed some heart. Blue Jays took a couple of games from them. So guys, 12 of you watching right now. This is lots of sub talk. Make sure, if you're watching the live stream, hit that subscribe button. I try not to talk like this during the videos, but this is where all the mental math comes in, and I just get all squirrely, and I need some water, so let's discuss that, shall we? Drew Hatton, these are the stats. What do you think? Good prospect, bad prospect? Is he going to replace Bo Bichette in a couple of years' time? And if we need to, he can replace Tommy Wells or Chris Bryant down the road as well. So a couple of great prospects. Joel Chavez didn't make the MLB, but 80 contact versus left at third base. And how about this? Can't believe we got swept by the Rays. Yeah, that must have been hard. Yanks have a good team, but not a great team. Not sure the team has the experience to win the World Series. Depends if the bats are hot. That's all that matters with the Yankees, is if the bats are hot. If the bats are hot, Yankees win. If not, whatever. Yanks are just not a great team. Right, bats. That's the problem. So let's go take a look at that other guy, that Kirilloff guy. Kirilloff. That's like really Russian or something. He had a good year of growth. He's looking to be a decent guy as well out there in right field. Almost a Jose Bautista kind of player if he can grow into his own, if you know what I mean. And we now have a stacked prospect system, that is for sure. Divide that, we have 89 guys in our organization. We have room to sign 1 more guy, and that guy is Shea Simmons. So, with all that done, let's get into the spring training, and we'll take a look. The arbitration panel sided with us. The Blue Jays get everything going, and we have unfilled coaching positions next week, so we need to go hire coaches. The bats are not always going to be hot, and their pitching is not great, so not there yet. I think the Red Sox are the better team. You know what? That's the thing, right? The pitching is going to be paramount for the Yankees, especially after losing Jordan Montgomery. So that's the big thing. If Jordan Montgomery can get the job done next season, the Yankees are really scary. But he's on the DL with Tommy John. He'll be back mid-season next year. Hey, I don't really like J Happ. Oh, Tim. If you watch J Happ work, he's a beautiful pitcher in the AL. Doesn't really translate over to the NL as much as I'd like, but he's a good pitcher. Trust me on that. So we need to take a look at this team. Obviously, we're going to have to call up a starting pitcher and figure that out, but we have James Paxton in there now, and he will come in and clutch it up. Never been a big Monty fan. Really? Okay, interesting. Yankees fans coming in here and teaching me some stuff today. That's interesting. All right, what did I need to do? Coaches. Coach's corner. First base coach. We need a good first base coach. Somebody who's going to do the job right. And that's a -3 to fielding. Can't afford that. -3 to stealing. Can't afford that. -3 to fielding. Oh my God, there are some just god-awful coaches out there, boys. Maybe DeGrom from the Mets. Now, that would be a huge pickup for the Yankees. That is for sure. And we are not finding anything in terms of good coaching staff in here. Really not. You see any full things here, I'll give it credit. That guy's just awful. There you go, -2 to speed, Chris Koptic. Let's get him in there. And we'll take him at his word. First base coach, third base coach for hire. Only -1 to stealing. Richie Hill. My cousin is the head trainer for the Blue Jays in, I believe, in High A. Ooh, interesting. There you go. How about Houston? Fox, really don't know, my man. I'm not watching the game, and I don't have an update on my phone. That is the problem. I do not have an update on my phone yet. But let's see here. Richie Hill, we'll sign him. And farm directors, we need to sign a farm director. We'll sign Andres Patterson. Andres, I know, butchered the name. It's okay. All right, let's get on with this season and sim the off season. Chris Koptic has accepted. Richie Hill and Andres Patterson has accepted. Tomorrow's the last day. No, we do not. We are in the postseason. So there we go. Let's see here. Up now. Nice logo, but I've been trying to figure out where I've seen those colors in Cold Lake before. Good job. That's too good. The drama unfolds, boys. The drama unfolds. So here we go. The lineups. You like them? Blue Jays are playing really good. Charlie, welcome in, my dude. Glad to hear. Glad to hear it all. And so we need to get Rowdy Tellez in there. He's up to a 79 all of a sudden. And you see quite a few good guys to have. Alex Krylov. There's some good guys in our system. I really like our system. Danny Jensen still trying to fight into his own at 26 years old. Might have to trade him, but that's okay. Ken Labine, Reese McGuire, 76, really hasn't grown enough over the offseason. That's an odd one. You see this team, really not a superstar team, but run it by committee and we'll get it done. Pitching rotation, that's where we need to see. Let's go. The Jays are a team of bench players playing well, so that's good. That's exactly. Man, Marcus Stroman looks good. James Paxton, Carlos Rodin, Sean Reed Foley, and Ariel Uredo is what they want me to start the year with, but we'll get Ryan Brocky in there and get him happy. He is a true Blue Jay through and through now. He's made the major leagues, and the Yankees have won a game as well. There you go. So the words all figure themselves out. Rico Encarnacion, we are stacked on pitching, and we're going to have to deal away some young talent to acquire some major league talent at some point. But I mean, Craig Kimbrell in there. Jordan Hicks, we'll get him in there. Craig Kimbrell, we'll get him in there for Roberto Castillo. And there you go. That's the battle. Ariel Uredo, we will get him out for Roberto Castillo. And now we figure it out. Again, I remember that in 2015, the Jays have hot bats, but poor pitching. Not really anyone who can run. They lost Casey. I think the Red Sox are going to be the Yanks Royals. That's exactly. I would 100% agree with you, Fire Dad, 100%. And my man, X Snipes Gaming, what's up? How about this? Blue Jays rotation and bullpen looks pretty sick, eh? And we got a mod in here. We're good. We're good. So a lot remains to be determined with this Blue Jays franchise mode. I don't want to peace out yet. I really don't want to peace out. So we'll go take a look at the roster and we'll go overview things in the minor leagues right away here. Rafael Gomez, Rico Encarnacion, looking like beautiful pitchers in our system. It is just a stacked lineup of who's who in our system for sure. And I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. The worst pitcher we have is Chester Fleming in single A at 60 overall. And then you've got the bullpen is stacked as well. Minor league depth is there finally. The worst guy is Sidney Rodiker. And that's because we signed him out of the draft. Do you live near Kingston? No, I do not, Tim. I am an Albertan boy. Honestly, if the Jays could get a good haul for Donaldson, their farm system will be top 10. A major league player, doesn't have to be an all-star, and a good haul for Donaldson in prospects. I am happy, Charlie. 100% happy. Not bad. Jays are losing 2-0. Okay. We should trade Josh and get some younger players, exactly. And then you bring up Vladdy G Daddy to play third base when he's healthy. Jordan Hicks up to a 77 from a 74. The catcher's still a weak position for us, but I think that's where we could end up upgrading. Hear me out. If we're to trade any of our starting pitching depth, like I wouldn't trade these two. They're going to be the future. But like a Ryan Baraki and a Roberto Castillo, that's who I would trade for a catcher. And honestly, I would be fine switching with that make trade. Look at this. Roberto Castillo and Ryan Baraki, that gives us a lot of trade value. Only 3 hits in the game for the Jays. Yeah, it's been rough. I know that much. And you talk about catchers you can find outside of the division. Omar Narvaez, don't really want him. He is a clutch catcher, but at 79 we can get better. Francisco Mejia, a little bit too much to ask out of the Cleveland Indians at that point. Austin Barnes, don't want him. Salvador Perez, too old. Mitch Garver, too old. Taylor Ward, not quite a beautiful catcher. Bruce Maxwell, neither of that. And you see there's not a lot of great catchers. Chance Sisco as well. Not quite enough trade value, so you'd almost have to give up a Rafael Gomez, and it's still not enough. So, I mean, you give up a Sean Reed Foley and a TJ Zuck, just about there. Anyone else that I have younger, Nate Pearson, just about there, right? So a couple of options, but at the same time, if you're to go ship Reese McGuire out the door, you can't quite get it. So it's a tough solution here. Rafael Gomez gets it done at 20 years old. I'm not about ready to give him up. Ryan Baraki, I'd have to not give up, and then you'd have to give up like TJ Zuck, and you get the deal done, right? That's a lot of starting pitching to give up, but it gets the deal done. You hear me out? Right. There's a tough call, but I mean, you could also go with a Richie Moreland. That doesn't work. Chester Fleming works. So give up Chester Fleming, Rafael Gomez, and Sean Reed Foley, and suddenly you have a deal with the Houston Astros for Chance Sisco, but he's a 260 batter, 9 home runs. That's not a good deal. That's not worth the while. And I mean, like, see, Rob Brantley, not good enough. Aramis Garcia, not good enough. Too old. It's a tough decision. Jorge Alfaro, that's a great deal for Jorge Alfaro. And he's a 238 catcher, 7 home runs, 35 RBIs. We are better off sticking it out with Danny Jensen, living in a small town right across Lake Ontario called Oswego in New York. Learned of a new place today. Wilson Contreras, like, that's a lot of value, even giving up that much. I'm just not seeing anything. Tony Walters. Power isn't good enough, boys. So we're going to have to go through. You've seen all of the catchers available. Do we stand pat, or what do we do? I'm not sure. So, guys, that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Really do. It's been a great stream. Chat's been alive. You guys love it. I guess, yes, I can take a look at what Gary Sanchez looks like for the Yankees. He's an 88 overall, B potential, a lot of trade value to give up. But, I mean, a Sean Reed Foley and a Roberto Castillo, and you pretty much have the deal done, right? So, you could potentially get a home run hitter in Gary Sanchez, but you give up a lot to the New York Yankees, who are already a very talented team, and I don't want to do that. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's stream. As always, this has been Dolynny TV. I will catch you guys in the next one.